What's going on, BCS Army? It's Justin from Blue Collar Survival. It's time for another review. Before I get started on the review, I have a couple quick announcements I'd like to make. Jody from Big Red EDC is holding a fundraiser right now where he is selling his channel stickers. $3 a piece or 2 for $5. It is to help out one of our fellow EDC brethren, Troy Wheatley. He's got some health issues, and we just want to help out, one of our own. That's the great thing about this EDC community. When somebody's in trouble, we band together and try to help each other out. It's the greatest community it's just the greatest community, period. It doesn't matter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, da-da-da-da-da. It's just a great community. I have met so many amazing people since I began this. So I will put a link down below to Jody's channel, Big Red EDC, and a link to the Sharp Spot Facebook group where he is also selling them. Please get in contact with him. I know, money's tight with a lot of people, especially the people that watch mine. You guys literally voted for today's review, and I was surprised. But anyway, so definitely check that out. Also, I would like to thank Chuck from Shortcut Reviews. He told me he was sending me a package the other day, would not tell me what. So I got an envelope in the mail the other day, and he sent me a bunch of channel stickers. So definitely thank you to Chuck for that. And then the next day, another envelope came, and he had a Raylight pineapple and a couple lithium batteries to go along with it as well. So I thought that was really awesome. No reason, he just sent it to me. So I'm going to send Chuck a t-shirt in return. But this is really awesome. I do really like this light. It's got a sweet moon mode, which I love me some moon mode. And then another big thank you to Sean. This man here took my breath away the other day. I was so excited when this package came because it is my grail knife. The Microtech Bounty Hunter. Sean let me borrow this, said, hey, check it out, see what you think, play with it, maybe you won't want to buy one, or maybe it'll make you want to buy one even more. And I want one even more. So my friends and family that are watching right now, my birthday's coming up in April, so, hint, hint, this would be a really cool present. And I know you're listening back there too, wife. So, yeah, thank you to Sean. I could not wait to open this thing up and play with it. And it is such a sweet knife. And he's got a killer bead to go along with it. I mean, come on. I got Boba Fett rocking right here. So it would match me perfectly. All right, so I think that's everything out of the way. So let's get on with the review. Today we'll be doing the Svord Peasant knife. And this is what you guys voted for. I asked what y'all want me to review. I had the Svord, the Benchmade Griptilian, and the Paramilitary 2. And it shows that you guys are true budget knife guys, which is awesome because I'm a budget knife channel. That's really cool. It just shows that, we stick to our roots. I mean, we all want expensive knives, but we all can't afford them, hence the name of my channel. So let's get into this thing. This is a pretty sweet little knife. Nice little friction folder. I love the simplicity of it. There's so little to it. It's literally 2 screws, 2 pieces of handle, and a blade. And they're just good little knives, and Svord's got a nice little backstory. It was started by Brian Baker. He started in 1983. He did everything by hand forged. So Svord knives used to be really expensive back in the day. And then he's like, man, we got to figure a way to do this better. So he got in contact, I believe, with the company in New Zealand, and they started the stock removal. So it was a lot cheaper to do it that way. And so then the Svord was born for where you could actually afford it. This is literally a $16 knife on Amazon. So great deal for what you get. But it's a design that's been around for 300-400 years. It's like either Bavarian or Bohemian, one of the two, or both, design. And it's just a knife that stood the test of time. It's so simple. Friction folders are sweet little knives. Full flat grind. I'll throw specs up on the screen for you guys real quick when I get some knives ready for comparison. Alright, so first knife we'll do will be Ontario Rat 2. Relatively similar size. PM2 just dwarfs it. Wouldn't that Vader bead go really nice with that Boba Fett bead? And the Griptilian. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. And the Bic lighter. So the knife's an 8¼ inch overall, 3-inch blade, 5¼ handle, polypropylene handle, just 2 screws to adjust or, take it apart. One of the coolest stories that I actually heard about when I was reading through the Svord stuff is there was a sales lady in Australia or New Zealand, one of the two, that was selling Svord knives, and there was a Kiwi bushman that came in, and she was trying to sell him a Svord knife and convince him that they were good knives and they would last really good for him out in the hard bush where he, did everything. He was basically a tribesman, so trying to convince him, she finally got him convinced to get it, and said the guy walked out with the knife, said he held the knife high in the air, blade open, held it high in the air, turned it down, and dropped it straight on the point on the concrete. She said it made a loud, nasty crack sound. Said he bent over, picked it up, looked at the tip, gave her a thumbs up through the shop window, and walked away. So I thought that was a pretty neat little story with that as well. All right, so we got a full flat grind, and the steel is very thin. I believe, what do we got? A 1.8 millimeter, very thin. But this stock here, it's made in, it's 15N20 high carbon steel, which it has a lot of nickel, or not, it has some nickel, I believe like 2% nickel. But they use this steel a lot for Damascus. They put it in there, and when you see that silver shining through on the Damascus blade, a lot of time it's 15N20. But they say it's a really great blade steel. They use it for bandsaws a lot of time, bandsaw blades, but it only comes in usually no bigger than an eighth thick sheet, so it's really hard to get a good thick blade made out of it. I don't know why they don't make the sheets any thicker. I don't know if it's something to do with the metallurgy or what it is, but they say it's a really good tool steel. Got a full flat grind here. It's got a little wrinkle. I'm going to see if I can get the light to catch it just right. There's a little wrinkle in the blade I noticed. I was looking. There's a bad bevel on there too. There you go. You can see that wrinkle where that light's catching right there. There's just a little wrinkle in the blade. I don't get what caused it. If it's just a bad, from taking the stock off, they got a little weird. This side's perfect for the grind, but I mean, it's a $15 knife. Polypropylene handle. It's got a little bit of texture in it. I wouldn't worry about this thing closing on you because I'm sure you're not going to be stabbing into stuff with something like this. Basically, you treat a friction folder kind of like a slip joint, in my opinion. Really great little design, though. Simple knife. I mean, come on, there's not many moving parts. This is something you really could take out in the bush and use, because even if it got completely filthy and nasty, 2 flat heads, and I wish I had some change in my pocket because I almost feel like a dime might stick in there or something, but usually I have a Swiss Army knife, so I just do that. But yeah, you could just get this thing all filthy, take it apart, rinse it off in the river real quick, put it back together. Just a little oil here or there. But I really do like it. It it falls in the pocket. It does fall sideways. So if there's a way to kind of hold it, I could almost figure some kind of a little lanyard clip thing that would remove easy when I went to use it, but I do like this knife, and thank you to Mr. Justin Craddock for loaning me this. He has done so much for my channel with loans and stuff like that, which is great because it is not cheap to do these review things and having to continually buy knives and stuff like that. I usually just flip everything I get so I can continue to buy. Only thing I don't sell are gift knives that I get from my viewers and fellow YouTubers and stuff like that. Those are close to my heart, and I thank all of you for that stuff. But overall, yeah, that's what I pretty much got for this knife. It's a pretty sweet little knife. I mean, I like the little drop point on it. I just love the simplicity. I don't know how I can say anything else. I just love the simplicity. You can't get much more simple. This is literally the most simplest knife. Boom. You got it. It's not going to fold on you when you're working at all. You could even, I still think you could strike a ferro rod without it because you're going to hold it like that. You could strike a ferro rod. But yeah, definitely 2 thumbs up, I say, for this. It's a $15 knife. It's definitely an interesting one to have in your collection. Very unique. Not many people have these. They come in a variety of colors, and yeah, I definitely recommend it. I'm going to have to pick myself up one as well. They have a white one that I would like to do a sick dye job on with some multicolor and stuff like that. I'm just going to play around. But Overall, I definitely say 2 thumbs up. I would recommend this. $15, why not? All right, guys, it's Justin for Blue Collar Survival. You guys stay safe.